Hi, Sagittarius. I'm trying to get back to normal, trying to readjust to being home and all the things. So bear with me. But let's look at the energy, Sag, because it's very interesting. So we do have, wait, let's fix this. Okay. I will do an extended reading for this one, so watch out for that. If you're interested, that will be in the description box. But retrograde is here, so that made me look at, I was like, well, what's retrograding right now? Well, I'll miss everything. So we're not going to focus on that so much, but in terms of, this is the energy coming towards you. It may not exactly be your energy, but you may be dealing with it. So either some thoughts from the past or something specifically from the past. Now, retrogrades, even though people get upset about them, they're actually not a bad thing. Because it may show us something so that we can reset something or bring something to completion. There is the whole energy of going backwards. So you want to really watch that energy, right? But in this card, it talks about purposely revisiting the past to, in terms of what decisions you may be making right now. What did you do before, And this is about planning your path forward. It's not about going back to the past. I want to be real strong and specific about that. Something from the past could be coming up, but it's because of some way forward that you're taking. You're in effect, you're doing things better. You're growing because we are seeing a really positive energy coming in. But, we always can learn things from the past. So that can be why it's coming up, because your life's about to take a change. It's about to go in a different direction, or even you may be in the planning stages of making life go in a different direction. So some things may come up from the past that were in effect lessons to help you, and Aura is here reminding you to keep your thoughts good. So I don't know how this is going to come to you exactly. I don't know if this is going to seem like stress you out, but the truth is that it's really going to help you moving forward. So, sometimes it can get confusing. Like, why is this happening? If you stay clear about this is happening to move you forward in a better way, maybe that helps you to keep your thoughts in a good place. But I'm going to see, because I am nosy, but see what this retrograde energy is about for you. Because we all can get a little like, ugh, not the past again. No, I feel like it's coming up specifically to be showing you something. Because you'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. Okay. So why is this retrograde energy here? What's with the retrograde of it all? Yep, judgment, y'all. Let's cover her behind, because, Oh. Okay. 9 of Cups reversed. It's interesting. It's really interesting here because your reversals are not bad things, okay? So what may be coming up for you is that there was a decision that you made in the past. And with judgment being here, it could have been a really important decision. You know, judgment often talks about life purpose too. So when judgment comes up, it's usually about a really pivotal change in our life. And it feels like in the past, you made a decision that you didn't want to make. Let's just put it that way. Because we have the Nine of Cups reversed and the Four of Swords reversed, you made a decision it didn't make you happy to do it. Let's just say that. It did not make you happy to do it. But with the Four of Swords being reversed, it's almost like, I feel in a way like there wasn't any other choice. It was like something you did that you really didn't have another choice about. And I feel like you definitely came to terms with it, about making this decision, about what you had to do. Yeah. And for some, I feel like you still think about it. And I feel so something about that decision may be coming up for you. And really pay attention, because it has something to do with moving forward. Okay, well. All right. That was a big one. So your journal prompt is Strength reversed, the Two of Wands, which is interesting because once again we're seeing you taking a new path and trying to figure it out, right? Because strength is reversed, there may be a lack of confidence. Like, this can look like if you get a new job, maybe you don't think you're qualified for it. There's something about this path and these choices that you don't feel confident in, right? But then we see the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom with the Seven of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, which basically says, take a look at the ways in which, like, at all the things you have achieved, right? So when you're journaling about this, you might want to write about, any lack of confidence, but what may really help you, I feel like this is where you're going, but the prompt has more to do with writing about things that you've accomplished, over time. And they would have to be things just you did, because the Seven of Wands is here. And these are good things. These are good steps, maybe even the steps that you took. So you can, you're really being called to take a look at the roads that you have taken and write about, all of the things that you have accomplished, that you didn't give up on, and really write about what that process was. So it will really help you with the Two of Wands energy and the Strength card being reversed. Like, it will give you more confidence towards something that, I don't know if you don't feel worthy of it, or I don't know what that is, but yeah, that's a thing, Sag. That's a thing. So let's take a look at what you need to know. So interestingly enough, there is an unexpected blessing. This is what's coming towards you. Look, they're standing under the blessing tree. Now, it's interesting because, okay, what's that about? I feel like someone is asking you to go somewhere, right? Maybe you feel like you can't do it because of responsibility, but this is definitely about a couple. And they have a purpose behind this, Sag. They want to tell you something. Something they've been sitting with, actually. Something they've been sitting with, keeping to themselves, and it has something to do with friends. So this may be someone you're friends with. It may be something about your relationship. But what's really interesting to me is that this is an unexpected blessing. Okay, so you're going to think it's a good thing. Yeah, look at this. Good news. And there's something about it you're questioning, Sag. So let's take a little look down Tarot Road. Let's take a walk down Tarot Road and see what we can see about this unexpected blessing. Because, this stuff, what was underneath, could be more about the future, but we'll see. So what's this unexpected blessing? Ten of Wands reversed. Okay, unexpected blessing. You definitely are getting a break, Sag. Let me just say that. The Empress reversed. Yeah, look at this. This looks like a trip to me, Sag. So the Ten of Wands, maybe things have been hard, really, especially in the area of your abundance, meaning your rest, it could be your health, it could be, your money, but you just haven't really, things have not maybe been good, and it's been like this for a long time, and that's about to end. Because the Ace of Wands talks about a beginning, and it's an inspiring beginning, and it may be this vacation. But let's see what the Ace of Wands wants to tell us. Oh, yeah, something is happening. Oh my gosh. The Ace of Wands, the Magician, and the Ten of Pentacles talks about that things aren't going to be like this anymore. Okay? Like really anymore. Because the Ten of Pentacles is here. Especially if you have felt like there is no home for me. Because a lot of times Sagittarius does feel that. You're moving towards a sense of home, a feeling of home, things working out, there being way more stability. And I will tell you what, it's like this answer comes, this way comes that I feel like it's someone has something for you. They communicate something towards you that you really don't see coming. And I feel like you maybe had an opinion of this person. Yeah. Because the Knight of Pentacles is reversed, which can be a lazy energy. Could be someone who doesn't get things done. There's something here that's completely different. And I think also, you wouldn't really be expecting this solution from this person at all. Wow. So you are definitely getting a break. This is your blessing and your good news. So why is this happening? We'll ask the question why. Temperance. And the Nine of Wands, because you deserve it. Because you deserve it. Because you've paid your dues. Because you've been resilient. Because you hung in there. Oh, does that sound mean? This is you, Sag. You've done the work. You've waited. You've been patient. And here it comes. Here it comes. Oh, that's the diggity right there, right? That is the shiz diggity for sure. Okay, so why the Ten of Wands reversed? The High Priestess. Interesting. The King of Wands. Because someone, it could be that they showed you a different way, right? If you couldn't make things happen. It feels as if you got some information that you didn't have before. Okay? That you didn't have. That is super interesting. Wowza. Wowza, Sag. So we will definitely look more at that because I feel like this is two different things. But life is definitely about to get way better for you. So let's see what we can find out about this vacation. What is this vacation about for Sagittarius? What is this break about? Page of Wands. Okay. You're about to have an adventure, Sag. Yeah. What is this vacation about? Yeah, it just feels so... Oh, wow. 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. So things are definitely going to get better, is what it's telling you. And I also think this vacation or this outing is really going to change your life for the better. Things are not going to be so hard, Sag, in your next cycle. And I would definitely say it was an adventure. Tell me more about the Page of Wands. Oh, Temperance again. Wow. And I kind of feel like with the Ten of Swords and Temperance being here, like all you've been through is going to suddenly make sense. For sure, for sure. My goodness. And I think at the end of the day, we're really, really talking about the Ten of Wands and its effect on you, like how heavy things have been for you, whether that's about responsibility or, you know, it can be anything you've been carrying on your back that's just been so harsh. It's about to radically change. So let's see what Secrets is about. What is... Okay. 10 of Swords. Okay. Secrets. Okay. So it's interesting. Because we have that general feeling being brought to us by the Ten of Wands and definitely life getting easier, but there's also some sort of trip happening here in which, you know, if you had a relationship too where things were really heavy with another person, because I feel like the Ten of Wands is playing out so much, right, in your life. And that is just everything being hard. The Ten of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Page of Cups is here for the secrets. It just feels like someone keeping feelings locked up, and it really hurting them to do so. And I don't know if they had to deal with some personal pain or whatever before they could do this, but definitely this trip or this outing would be pivotal in that department. So, I don't know, maybe you thought like you were just friends with this person, but they thought something more. But they kind of never told you. Okay, but we'll look at that in the extended. It's very interesting, Sag. This reading is like so much, and I think that you should, if you take away anything, you should definitely take away whatever is hard in your life, whatever has felt really heavy in your life. That's about to be lifted, and to believe and to let that happen. For sure, for sure. For sure, for sure. So let's see what your mindful message is, Sag. Let's see it. What is Sagittarius's mindful message? Your burdens are about to be lifted. Loving friends. I surround myself with people who inspire me and grow together with me. My friends raise me up and hold me to the best that I can be. I am loved unconditionally and supported throughout my journey. I release old friendships which may be toxic or keeping me stagnant. Okay, I hope that's not me though. Okay, Sagittarius, let's see what action you're being led to. What's the action of the day on the daily shiz? What's the action of the day for Sagittarius? And remember, with the extended readings, there's always a future prediction. Isn't that exciting? I'm going to do something soon with the membership part of YouTube, but stay tuned. Okay, go get some fresh air is reversed. Relieve the pressure. I feel like it's kind of telling you to get outdoors. I know it's reversed, but it's kind of like not having enough air or not being outside is just kind of making you feel more pressure. And it might help, like, give you those minutes before you react to something. Okay. They're saying, like, walk outside, cool off. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope it really helps. Toodles.